Hey, hey, happy Sunday, my beautiful friends. It's your girl, Jules, coming to you. I am going to be getting ready for a wedding today. It's been a long time since I've gotten ready for a wedding. First time I'm getting ready as just a guest and not as the makeup artist who got the bride ready. So yeah, so I thought I'd go live and share the look. So I'll show you my outfit in just a second. So if you're live with me, say hello, say hi. And if you are here during the replay, let me know you're tuning in. So hey. So this is what I'm wearing. So this is actually a super hot jumpsuit. What's up? And want this to bring out my eyes. So purple, pink. That's my inspiration. So I'm gonna start with my brows. So how are y'all doing? Hey, Angie, Wanda, Lynn, what's up, y'all? Y'all are gonna get a good tutorial because I think I'm gonna do a soft cat eye. I definitely have some blemishes that I'm gonna cover, so I'm gonna teach you how to do that because that's like a life hack everybody should know. And yeah. All right, so I'm getting my brows going while they're drying. I'm gonna go ahead and start laying the foundation for my eyes. All right, so let's see, what do I want to do first? So I think I'm gonna go ahead and like start building that purple in there. I don't want my whole eye to be purple. I mean, normally, yes, it's always purple, but that's my favorite color to use. But what I'm gonna do is just kind of hide it. So I'm gonna add just a little bit. You see how like easy I'm just kind of barely nothing. It shows up. So I'm just doing this little bit. I'm moving over here to my mirror. So yeah, so looking forward to this wedding. And I'm realizing how, yeah, it's interesting, being involved in this pandemic world after not going to events and weddings and then going to things, like how it brings up different feelings. So, which is very interesting to be feeling these things. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm building up my eyes. I don't want to do everything at one shot, so I'm just layering. So the next thing I'm gonna do is add some black, and I'm gonna add this in my upper waterline, just give me some more intensity, but it's still gonna be an overall soft glam look. So adding that. Hey, Nancy. Hello. All right. So I've got like the liner that I'm starting to build. And the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my crease. And I'm going to be really calculated in the color. So the color I'm picking is kind of like a warm brown. So I'm just going to go right into this crease. If you're not sure, if you feel it, you'll feel your bone here and just go right under it. So I'm going to go and just kind of start adding just like a warm color right in here. Doesn't have to be perfect because then I'm going to go through. I'm going to start blending this out. Now this is going to be under my main color, but this is just like those little nuances. So I'm just going to bring that. So see that warm brown? It almost has like a maroon going on, so that my outfit is purple, so it's going to pick up nicely. So I'm just working that crease. All right. I need cream shadow. I really want to use cream shadow, so I'm going to use cream shadow. So what I'm going to do for my cream shadow is I'm going to add Let me make sure my brush is clean. So I love cream shadow because it's really easy to use. Contrary to popular belief that it's not easy to use, but I'm going to show you. You guys have been like asking a lot about my old cream shadows. I love them too. I still use them. Yes, I do. So I'm going to use soft bronze. So I'm just adding a little bit to my brush, and I'm just going to paint that on. The reason I like it is because what happens is it gives me a chance to blend, but then it locks into place. So I'm going to go right over that crease because I kind of want to hide it. I don't want it to be too much. That's not my whole look. Got a little high with the bronze. All right, so now I'm going to take my blender and I'm going to blend. That's looking pretty. All right, get the color. I didn't add any more to my brush. I don't know if you caught that, but I just used what was already on there. So I always recommend doing that because a lot of times you'll add too much and then you're like, oh no. And there was plenty on here. Like I didn't need to add any extra. Actually, it makes it easier to blend when there's not as much. All right, so now I'm just making sure that that bronze is everywhere, that it's nice and even. Talk to me. What's going on your end? So I'm just gonna be blending. I don't think I'm gonna do anything underneath, but I do want to build a cat eye. I am going to a wedding, so I gotta have waterproof. So I'm gonna go in and I'm going to curl. I have nothing on my lashes, so I'm gonna grab them for just a few seconds here and then let it go. Go into the other eye. I always curl when there's no mascara. If you've got mascara, you're gonna crimp them. All right, here I go. If y'all have not used this waterproof, it is no joke. All right, so I'm gonna make sure I open it, get it out of there slowly, knock off the extra. I'm gonna go way down to the root, okay? Way down, underneath. So I'm almost like, see I'm lifting? And then I'm gonna wiggle. Wiggle up. When I'm wiggling, that is helping to separate the lashes and it's helping to coat them. This mascara is no joke. It does not come off if you cry or anything. And it's definitely time investment to get it off. I'm not gonna act like it's not. So I wear this when I need it. And since I'm going to a wedding, I want to be ready. So it's one coat. Goodness, that's one coat. All right, here it goes. Other side. Now tell me how you feel. This stuff, like this part of a tutorial, the hard part about being live is that you just got to watch me the whole way, right? Like if you hang in there with me, you got to watch and just sit tight as I move to the next thing. But if it were not live, I could like fast forward this, like make it go faster. So would you like that better? All right. I didn't add any more, but whatever's on that brush, I'm just gonna come back over this side. I might do a second coat. We'll see how I feel. I feel like when I have, because I've been building that liner, once I have my mascara on, for me, it feels like I can do a soft cat eye pretty easily because I can kind of see where I want it, right? So it's like just an extension of what I've got going on. And I'm gonna cover this dark spot very soon, so hang in there and you'll see me cover up a blemish. I've got 2 to cover. All right, but I'm gonna finish my eyes because I wanna make sure my skin is, my foundation, everything looks really nice and clean. All right, so here I go. I'm just gonna extend out a little bit. And now I'm using the Perfect eyeliner pen. This has been a really fun tool to do an eyeliner, to do a cat eye. There we go. I got that going. And then, so you see, it was just like real easy. And then, because I already had the liner that I was building, that's just the end. That's just the final detail. All right, so I'm coming over here. Do the same thing. I want to make sure I keep my hair. I'm not pulling my eye. I want to make sure I keep my hair out of my way. I don't recommend tugging your eye because you encourage wrinkles. And you know, we got no time for that. We over here doing anti-aging, correction, prevention. Trying to add nothing. All right, I'm gonna start working on my brows a little bit. So I like to like keep moving. Like I did a little bit of eyes, I'm gonna go back to my brows, and then I get done with my brows, then I'll move into another area. I have found that as a makeup artist, if I spend too much time in one spot, then I kind of get tunnel vision, and I need to stand back. I need to step back and have a different perspective sometimes. You know, have you ever like been on that one spot and you're like, ugh, let me just keep working on it. Just another minute, just another brush stroke, and it'll be better. And a lot of times you just need to leave it alone. That's like a life lesson too. I feel like there's a life lesson baked into that one. So good, but I'm moving quick, so we'll discuss another time. All right, so I'm gonna take, I did my brow gel, so I'm just gonna, they're in place. All right, so here I go. I'm gonna start adding in I can't help but to think of a lot of my clients today as I'm getting ready for this wedding that, you know, they've been going out, you know, we've all been going out more in 2022 and 2023. And, you know, now that we're out there, so many of my clients are like, I don't even know what to do with makeup anymore, or I don't know what I want to do with makeup anymore. I don't know what I want to look like. I don't even know how I feel about it anymore. So it's been really interesting. So I think about them, thinking about a lot of them right now as I'm like figuring out how to go to my first wedding. I think the last one I went to, I was pregnant with the twins. That was an amazing wedding, by the way. Shout out to Kayfae and Nicole. It was their nuptials, and we had so much fun. I was 7.5 months pregnant, and I was doing the bride's makeup. And then I was tearing up the dance floor after. Yes, I was. I don't know if you know this about me, but there's a video from about 9 years ago when Julian was due. There's a little video that we put on YouTube of me dancing on the day that he was due. It's called Baby Mama Due Date Dance Video, and it's got a lot of views. It's funny how that thing like recirculates after so much time. But yeah. I was throwing down. So I use that as reference so you know that at this other wedding, the last wedding I went to, I was throwing down too. All right, stay focused. So I have my eyebrows done. I'm going to teach you a little trick with concealer. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cover the blemishes, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to use the concealer underneath my brows. I don't even have anything underneath my brows, and it looks like I do. All right, so whenever you have, like, so this spot, you can clearly see it's darker. So when you have a darker spot, yes, you're going to use a lighter color, a concealer on top of it. But I want you to pay attention to if it's lighter in certain spots, usually the middle, don't put the lighter on that spot, go around it. So a lot of times we end up doing more like or we need to do more like a circle instead of covering up the whole thing. So we go in a circle, and then in the center, you can add a little bit of darker. And what that does is it just kind of like creates an illusion that looks like it has just disappeared. So I don't really have a lighter spot in there anymore, but so I'm using just the tip. This is the concealer brush from my new brush bundle that's coming out. So you see, I'm just like right on there. Super light. That way, if I also don't want to wear a lot of foundation, I don't have to. Because I don't have to cover that up. This is what I call spot healing. So I'm healing this one little spot. All right, so that one's really light. So what am I gonna do? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend. So I'm gonna just pounce this blender and then see what's left. All right, what do I need to do? All right, I need to add a little bit more underneath here, a little bit of light. I taught one of my teenage clients how to cover up as it, and she was like, this is the best information for a middle schooler to have. And I was like, amen, little sister. I wish I would have known how to do this stuff when I was a kid. I would have known how to do this stuff. I think I was already into makeup and I didn't know how to do it like this. All right. Next step I'm going to take this awesome new contour brush. I'm going to do a little bit of contour in here. I have not put foundation on. I just did a little bit of concealer because I want to let that set. So while that's setting, I'm just going to add a little bit of contour. This is going to be underneath. All right. There you go. All right. Gonna add, let's see, I'm gonna check. Yep. Looking good. All right, so the concealer that's left over, I'm just gonna go right under my brow. Like that. Flip it over, right under my brow. That's just concealer, nothing special, just concealer. All right, so now I'm gonna take my super awesome powder brush. I'm gonna start highlighting. I'm gonna go to this inner corner. I'm just gonna sweep across. This is again underneath my foundation. Corner, corner, and then just sweep. I love this brush for this. Right here, see? Ooh. So pretty underneath. foundation. So pretty underneath. It's like you get the nice radiance of the light without there being too much. Okay, now it's time for blush. Using that same brush for highlighting. I don't know how much blush I want, so I'm going to start little. All right, taking that from the hairline and bringing that down. Kind of bringing that over. All right. I think I'm ready. Ooh. And by the way, don't miss out that I'm wearing a button up because I need to be able to unbutton this so I don't have to pull it over my head. I want to make sure y'all don't miss that. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take that same brush, just make sure I don't have any fallout, but just in case there's something I don't see. So now I'm gonna take concealer. This is actually foundation, but I'm using it with a concealer brush. This is the crunchy. So I'm gonna put it on everywhere that I want it, and then I'm gonna blend it in. Cut that a little bit more. I don't have to add more highlight, or excuse me, I don't have to add more contour. I can just add a little bit of my foundation in this area. Kind of works like that. See? Then it makes that look darker because of contrast. Almost done. So I'm just letting that sit, and what it's doing, it's just kind of heating up, warming. So now I'm going to start blending. This is the dual fiber brush. This also my brush roll. So I'm using this bigger brush to blend it out because I want that foundation to come across more. So I'm just going right over the blush, the bronzer, all of it. Now I'm going to take whatever's on the brush right over my lips, just kind of even things out. Okay, I'm going to do light. This is a dark nude. And then I'm going to use creme brulee because I kind of want some pink. This is the lip brush that didn't make it in my kit. I loved it, but you can only do lips with it, really. So I put the concealer brush that you can do concealer and lips with, that has that point, so you can spot heal too. You can get this one. It just wasn't an essential. It's pretty, I like that. I have this color called Wedding Cake, and I'm gonna put it on top because I'm going to a wedding. I'm just lightly putting that over. Okay, friends. All right, what do I need? All right, let me get my outfit and put it next to me. I feel like I need more purple. I can't help it. This is, again, one of the old favorites from the JMTM line. All right, here I go. And do just like the slightest little touch right here. I didn't expect to do that. So another one of my brushes, using the bent liner. Man, it's so nice. Oh, now I got a purple cat eye. Okay. This will be my last little addition, and then I'm gonna tell y'all see you later because I gotta go. Yay. So tell me, have y'all been feeling kind of uneasy with getting back out there? How are you feeling? I don't think there's one set way anybody feels about anything. But this is, you know, went through a lot of stuff. We learned not to go places, or we were supposed to, and then from there, then it's like, oh, never mind. Now we can get back into doing it. And some people just have to take time with that. All right. Well, that was super fun. Thank you for being with me. It was so good to kind of create this look with you. So I will post a photo later, but yeah, so I got that little purple cat eye. I might throw another little bit of this waterproof mascara so I can get my full Beyonce on. I'll get my outfit on, then I'll separate my curls, get my children into the minivan, and we're gonna be out. All right, y'all. So I hope that gives you some inspiration for your next big event, but you know, you got to see a little bit of my, what I call soft glam. So I hope that was fun. I'm gonna go have a good time. So thank you for being here in Breathing Room. And as always, thank you for tuning in and being here with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.